Hey, so today I'm going to share with you 3 habits that absolutely hinders people's ability to succeed financially in life. It keeps so many people poor or in poverty by not realizing these 3 habits that so many people are doing on an everyday basis. We're talking billions of people are doing these every day. So I'm going to share those with you in this video. This is one of the most important videos I've ever created on this channel, and I truly do mean that. So if you're new here to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button for more videos like this when we help people save more money, make more money, and live a better financial life for themselves. So let's get into this. Let's get started. But these 3 habits right here have changed my life, and I truly do mean that. And by acknowledging them and fixing them, I was able to make tens of thousands of dollars in just the past couple of months by using some of these things I'm going to share with you in this video, and some things you want to avoid. So the first thing that we need to think about, and the first habit that so many people are doing, is by not treating time as if it were their most valuable asset. I think this is a serious problem that a lot of people face. But look, money is not our greatest asset. The amount of likes that we get on Instagram, that's not our greatest asset. The greatest asset that we have in life is time. It's the one thing we can't recoup. You know, if we file for bankruptcy one day, okay, we can get money back eventually, maybe 7 years of credit, but eventually you get your money back, right? You can dig out of that. You can't dig out of time. You can't stop time from running. We all have 24 hours in a day. And so you want to think about how you're spending your time throughout your everyday life. You know, it's interesting because the average American spends between 3 and 5 hours per day on their phones. Now you think about how much time you might spend on your phone, maybe browsing Instagram, browsing through Snapchat, browsing through YouTube. But what happens, and we call this a social media vortex, and I'm sure I didn't coin this term, somebody coined it. But what happens is that you end up, maybe you want to see what your friends are doing on Instagram. I do this. I go on Instagram, right? I want to see what my friends are doing. Next thing you know, 30 minutes go by, 45 minutes go by. You're in the browse section. You're looking at Barstool Sports and ESPN pages and all kinds of just weird, different Instagram pages. And you end up spending an hour of your time in this social media vortex. Or you're watching oddly satisfying Snapchats or different things throughout this social media world, right? Or maybe you're watching Netflix. You start binge watching a Netflix show and 5 hours go by. Now, there's nothing wrong with entertainment. There's nothing wrong with maybe watching an episode of The Office before you go to bed. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But if you want to succeed financially, you need to think about how you're valuing your time and how that plays into your success in life. I think a lot of people spend so much time entertaining themselves instead of working on educating themselves. So watching a video like this can actually be pretty beneficial, I think, or reading a book can be pretty beneficial. But you need to make that difference between educating and entertaining, and which one you're spending most of your time throughout your day doing. And if you can spend more time educating yourself by self-learning, self-teaching, learning these different things in life, that is a way to succeed in life. Now, another thing that I do to kind of combat this social media vortex, to kind of make sure that I'm not being entertained too much to the point where I'm not able to get stuff done, I'm not able to learn new things, is I actually do something where I will not check my phone in the first 45 minutes when I wake up in the morning. So what I'm talking about here is that a lot of people, when they wake up, first thing they do, check their phone, right? And what happens then? They're instantly reacting to the rest of their day because they're reacting to text messages, emails, replies on Instagram DMs, and you're reacting throughout your entire day. You're reacting. So what I do, I wake up, I take a shower, I eat breakfast, I get ready for my day, I list out the things that I need to do for the day and for the week. And once I have everything filled out, once I have everything knowing what my day is going to look like, then I check my email. Then I look at my phone. And it's usually about 45 minutes to an hour after I wake up. If you can do this, you're going to see a difference in your life because you're not going to be reacting to everything that's going on. Instead, you're going to have a mission on what you're doing for that day to accomplish the tasks that you need to accomplish. So that's something that I just think is so incredibly important. And blocking out time in your day, saying that, you know, I'm not going to check my phone for the next 3 hours. I'm going to put it away, put it in airplane mode, put it at my desk, whatever you have to do to get away from it so that you can be productive for the next few hours. And I just think that's something that a lot of people don't do. And it's something that hinders people's ability to succeed further in life by just not managing their time and treating it as if it were your greatest asset, because it truly is. So the next one is by associating yourself with the wrong people. You know, there's a saying that you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most amount of time with. Now, this is so incredibly true. You know, you think about, you know, say you're in a room with 5 other people, and it's 5 losers, 5 people who have no ambition in life. Maybe they're just not good people. They aren't trying to grow in any way whatsoever. There's a chance you might be loser number 6. Now, that's not always the case. It's really not. But if you think about how much time you spend with the people who you are closest with, and you think about how they influence you and how you you influence them, it has a much greater influence than you might think. So if you want to truly succeed in life, then you want to think about how to associate yourself with the right people, the people who are trying to succeed in life. Now, this can be kind of difficult in some cases, but thanks to the internet, it really is possible to associate yourself with anyone in the world. Now, a lot of people say you need a mentor. If you're trying to succeed and you want to make, say, millions of dollars, maybe you need a mentor. Now, that's not always the case, but imagine this. Imagine if you're best friends with Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates is coming over for the weekend barbecue to your home. Imagine the doors and the opportunities that opens up. So your network is your net worth. You think about that and how powerful that can be if you're good buddies with Elon Musk. All of a sudden, it opens so many opportunities, so many doors. And so if you can surround yourself with people like that. Now, the ways to do this, it's much easier to do this now than it was back 20, 30, 40 years ago when you would have to physically actually reach out to people or meet people at meetings or conventions. Today, you can just DM somebody, you can email somebody. Now, this is a great way to reach out to people and associate yourself with successful people. Now, the biggest tip for that, if you want to reach out to somebody, you can't just call up Elon Musk. You can't just call up Jeff Bezos. What you have to do is find a way to provide them value. Let me give you an example of this. Last year, this is about a year and a half ago, I reached out to someone in Los Angeles who's very successful. And I said, hey, I'm taking a helicopter up over the city for a tour of the city. I have an extra seat in the helicopter. Do you want to come with me? Now, I didn't have enough money for that. I was going to pay for it with a credit card, but I figured this is going to be worth it for me, the amount of value and the connection that I can build for my network, that is going to be profitable in the long run for myself, to surround myself with successful people. Now, they said, yeah. They said yes to it, and that's something that really kind of struck me like in an interesting way, that if you can find a way to provide value for these people, that is a way to succeed and build that network. So that's just something that I think is just really important to think about. Now, the final one that I want to mention here is, and this is something that a lot of people fall into, it's a habit that so many people end up in, and it's by not setting goals on a not only yearly basis, but we're talking monthly, weekly, and daily basis. So the problem here, you think about how many people in their lives set these New Year's resolutions, right? 95% of people, New Year's resolutions, they want to be more fit. They want to go to the gym more often. They want to make $1 million this year. They want to save more money, make more money, whatever their New Year's resolutions are. And think about how many people actually follow through with that. Usually about 2-3 weeks into it, people fizzle out, people stop thinking about their goals, and then 52 weeks later, they start thinking about them again, right? You think about if you've ever been to the gym right after New Year's, and look how incredibly crowded it is in the first couple weeks of January. Come February, come March, it's back to the normal levels of people, right? So everybody goes gung-ho for the first few weeks of their goals, and then they fizzle out. Now, the way to combat this, the way to think about this, is to break these goals down not only on a yearly basis, but break them down into monthly goals, break them down into yearly or weekly goals, and then even daily goals. And if you can do that, you're going to be able to accomplish so much more. That's something that I learned not too long ago, a couple years ago, and once I started implementing this, where I would set these 10-year goals, year goals, monthly goals, and then even all the way down to the day, where you're listing the top 3 things that you have to do on that specific day. And if you can do that, I think you're going to find that it really does help in so many ways. If you can just write down these goals, and not only just goals where you're saying, oh, I want to become more fit, or I want to make more money. You have to set measurable goals. So maybe you want to be able to afford to pay for your kids' college in 2 years, and you need to have $72,000. So you have an exact number, you know exactly what you're working towards, and then break it down as far as possible. That's the way to achieve those things. And writing them down on a daily basis, if you're not doing that, it's going to become so much more difficult to actually achieve that. So those are some different ideas. Now, there's a couple others that we could mention here. One that I'm just going to slip in here before we almost wrap up this video, a thing that people aren't doing, and this is like tip number 4 here, they're not budgeting, okay? They're not budgeting throughout their everyday life. If you want to succeed financially, you need to think about running yourself like a business. This is what I do. Might sound strange, but think about this. Imagine a business not having balance sheets, not having cash flow statements, not having an income statement, not having accountants, right? It would be a mess. So you need to run yourself as if you were a business. And when you can do that, you know how much money's coming in, how much money's going out, and then you know where you stand financially. Just do that. Create a budget, a very simple budget. I have a free budget template down in the description below. It's totally free. It's on Google Docs you can use, and I think it's going to be something that you could find some value in. So if you found this video to be helpful, drop a like. Let me know your thoughts down below on this video, and share this with somebody who you think this video could benefit. Thanks for watching the video. Thanks for checking out the channel. I really do appreciate all the support here. I really don't sell things to my viewers. I just like to create these videos to hopefully help at least one person out there watching this video right now. So if you found value in it, let me know down below or send me a DM on Instagram and I'll try to respond. So thanks for watching, and I'll see everybody next time.